Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Women's Passion Quest course. I am super excited that you guys are here. I am excited to be your coach, helping you on this amazing journey of creating your dreams and living with passion. I'm really excited for those of you who this is a whole new mission for, that you are just embarking on this new journey of living life on your terms and creating the reality that you want to have. I couldn't be more thrilled and excited that you've chosen me as your coach. And whether you're simply taking this online course or you've chosen to do the Passion Quest package and work with me personally, either way, I'm really excited that you're here. And I know that this information is going to truly be life transformational for you. And if you implement the things that I'm teaching you, it will absolutely change your life for the better. And you will be able to absolutely have those dreams that up until this point have only been dreams, or maybe even that you wrote off as impossible. Yet, I'm glad that you've shifted that perspective and decided to tune in and to join me for this journey. And I am grateful to have this opportunity. And I just wanted to, first of all, give you a little overview of what this course is going to be about. So in this course, we will be going through the process of change and creation. Super exciting topics. First of all, we will be learning how to create your reality. We'll also be understanding the science and the energy behind those creations. Sorry, I have messages popping up while I'm trying to film this, so sorry, my eyes were going around. It's a little distracting. That's the only downside of technology, is that we've constantly got it. It doesn't go away. So I'm just going to try to close these out so that I can pay attention. So I am excited to share with you the energetics of creation and the science of your mind, because many of you have probably heard of the law of attraction. Who's heard of that? Okay. So I know I can't see your arms, but you'll notice throughout the course I will ask you questions, and I would love it if you participate in your own house, just pretending that I can see you. And the reason is because as you raise your arm and you get that movement, you vote yourself in. You vote yourself into what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and it helps your mind to pay attention and feel like it's applicable to you. So the average person loses their attention every 6 to 10 seconds, which is a ton. So I want you to feel like you're engaged and you're included. And I know this is an online course, so it's a little challenging to implement that. So I still ask you to engage and participate. You can choose whether you want to or not. I'm not going to be there to see you. I do know that it's for your benefit, and I want you to get the full benefit out of this course, so please participate at 100% and do all of the homework assignments, do the things that I've asked you to do. Every single week with each module, I will give you some coaching assignments and some training, and I ask you to do all of them at 100%, because the more you give to this course, the more energy you're giving to your dreams and to creating that life you want to have. So it is not an easy process. It is not for the faint of heart to stay consistent when things are not going the way you want them to. And I know that every single one of you will probably experience that challenge, because I certainly know that I've experienced those moments and challenges along my journey where it was hard to be consistent with taking that action I needed to take, or it was challenging to move forward and to actually do everything that it was required of me. Actually, on that note, I'll just share a little story. So for me, presenting and speaking and teaching is actually really hard. Yet it was something that I felt called to do. I knew without a doubt that I absolutely was called to this mission on this planet, and it is something that I had signed up for ahead of time and agreed to do. And my mortal body had temporarily forgotten that assignment, but my soul had not forgotten it, and I kept being called to it. I kept being called to go out, to share my story, to teach, to make a difference and an impact on other people's lives. So although that wasn't something that I was necessarily super excited about in the beginning, and it was very challenging for me, I absolutely know without a doubt that it was a mission that I was called to. So for those of you who don't know me, I'll share a little bit more about myself and my story so that you have an understanding of who I am and why you should listen to what I'm teaching you. So as you know by this point, my name is Ashley Peterson. I'm the founder of a company called Free Spirited Faith. And I started that company in 2014. And I started it because I kept receiving a lot of promptings and personal revelation and inspirations and those soul callings to get up and to go share my story, the painful, the ugly, and the challenging parts, and the victorious parts of how I had overcome my own personal heartbreak. So in 2011, I had a catastrophic heartbreak that just rocked my whole world. And I had a relationship with a man that I was planning to marry. And instead of that happening, he chose to be unfaithful to me. And he had a 4-month-long little infidelity fling with this other woman. And when I found out about that, I confronted him about it. Well, I actually confronted both of them about it several times because I had my suspicions and they kept denying it. When she actually admitted to it, I went and confronted him again and he lied to me about it again. And at that point, like something inside of me just snapped and said, you know what? I've had enough. And I slapped this man across the face and I went to jail and was charged with domestic violence for slapping him. Now, it's not something I recommend doing. I've never slapped anyone before or since in my life, and I highly doubt that I ever will. Again, because that was horrible. Yet, I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We all have our breaking points, and that just happened to be my breaking point. I had had enough. I had had enough of the lies. I had had enough of the infidelity. I've had enough of being manipulated into believing that what I thought and what my soul knew was happening wasn't happening. I was tired of them convincing me that that was not the case. And it just snapped inside of me. And when that split second, I slapped him and I got arrested and went to jail for it and charged with that domestic violence charge. And that night, my entire world fell around me. I lost my ability to provide for myself. The jobs that I was seeking, I was not able to get. And I had previously quit my job like 2 weeks before that because I had intended to move back to Maui. Because I suspected that there was something going on. I suspected that they were having a little affair thing, and I didn't want to be a part of it. And so I had actually severed my job ties and prepared to move to Maui. And then this happened, and I wasn't able to go anywhere because I now had to go to court and fight for my reputation and fight for myself back and to fight against that felony charge that was on my record. And so I found myself jobless. I found myself not able to provide for myself. I found myself alone. And this man that I had loved, I no longer had that relationship, obviously. And I had also co-parented his child for 3 years. And I loved him dearly, like he was my own son. I used to take him to work with me and teach him his numbers and his letters and teach him how to tie his shoes and read him stories, all the things that parents do. And I absolutely love this child, and I never got to see him again after the night that I went to jail. And my entire world was shattered. I felt very depressed. I felt like there was no point in getting up. Like everything that I cared about had suddenly been ripped away from me overnight. Like literally that split second of that night of going to jail, and the next day I had no, my reputation was gone, so I wasn't able to apply for jobs in my field because I had a criminal record. I was embarrassed to talk to people because I was humiliated that so many people had found out about this. I was embarrassed that I wasn't smart enough to leave sooner. I felt very betrayed that both of them had been so dishonest with me. And I felt very much like a victim. I felt like so much was happening to me. So many bad things were happening to me instead of understanding that I was co-creating those experiences. That my own insecurities and my own low self-esteem had allowed those things to happen in my life. That I had not taken that initiative to stand up for myself and leave when I knew I should have. I'm just going to let that sink in for a minute because I know that there are other people that are in that boat. That maybe you didn't get arrested for slapping your ex, yet maybe you've given your power away to other people in other circumstances and you're no longer living the life you want. And maybe you've had some difficult, challenging heartbreaks. Maybe a loss of a child, maybe death of a loved one, maybe a divorce. Maybe something that took away your joy and your happiness and made you feel like there was no point in living, that made you maybe feel depressed or just lose your passion in life. And I just want to share this story so you know that I've absolutely been there. It took me an entire year to snap out of that depression and realize that I had control over my life. Who understands that you're the controller of your life? Who feels like they're just a victim of circumstances? Okay, I know some of you are probably still in that mindset, and we're going to be shifting that really quickly to get you having your power back and get you in that mindset of knowing that you absolutely create your reality, and that the things that are happening in your life are because you are either attracting them with your energy or you are allowing them to stay there. So there are not so nice people in the world. There are people that are in a bad place, and hurt people hurt others, as the saying goes. And those people can come passing through our lives, but it's us that has the choice to say you get to stay or you have to leave. So what I find is a lot of times people don't say you have to leave, they let them stay, and that's when the consequences, like the situation I experienced, happen, and it's not a fun situation to be in. And I want you to understand that you can control that. You can take your power back and you can create something much more amazing. You can have the future that you want to have. You can live those dreams into reality. So that's my sad story of my heartbreak. And I've also had a lot of really amazing experiences. I packed up my car and moved myself to Alaska when I was 18 and had a magical, incredible summer there. When I got my divorce, I packed up my backpack and went to backpack around Central America for 4 months, and it was the most incredible experience in my life so far. I loved that. It was absolutely amazing. Since then, I have attracted an amazing man who is perfect for me. He's not perfect, neither am I. He is perfect for me, and we are growing together and becoming stronger and better together, and I'm so grateful for him. He is definitely somebody who I don't imagine would ever put me through what I went through with my ex and his infidelity. And I know people have their choices in their agency, but he's a good man, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the adventures we've been able to live together. Just last year, I was able to travel to Bali for 5 weeks. I had this incredible experience of meeting my now husband, and we traveled all over Southeast Asia together for 9 months. And I published my first book in 2015, and I'm currently getting ready to publish my second book. It's 2017 when I'm recording this, and that book is called Passion Quest. And that is the basic foundation principles for this course that will obviously be much more elaborated on in the course. So I just want you to understand my journey and the experiences I've had. I am the author of multiple books. I have created amazing programs that have changed people's lives. I've traveled all over the world and had the most incredible experiences. So I have a lot of experience and success stories to pull from when helping you. My clients have success stories too, which I choose not to share because I love to respect people's privacy. And so if they've chosen to share their testimony on the website, fantastic. I love that. And I am just going to respect them by not sharing their personal stories. I know people have overcome amazing things though using these tools. You can overcome anxiety, you can overcome depression, you can reignite your passion, you can find your purpose, you can break negative patterns, you can let go of past hurt, pain, addictions. So we'll be talking about the science of the mind and creation in this course. I will also be teaching you about the energy system of our body. And if you are enrolled in the Passion Quest course, I'll be teaching you about chakras. And hopefully you're one of my one-on-one clients, and I'll also get to help you specifically craft the path towards your dream. If not, I know these tools in this course will help you get started. You'll just want to make sure that you have an accountability partner to help you to blast through those roadblocks that you're sure to face, and to help you to overcome any challenges or struggles that will for sure pop up along the way, because there's opposition in all things. And we are absolutely on this planet to learn and to grow and to become better, and that happens through those challenges and trials and the things that we experience. So this course is going to teach you how to create an amazing life. It's not going to teach you how to avoid all future heartbreak and sadness, because that's just not the reality of life. We have those experiences. It will teach you how to shape those experiences to be for your better, and how to shift your perspective to focus on the outcome you want to have rather than dwelling in those experiences and challenges when they come. It will also teach you how to avoid unnecessary challenges. So one of my mentors taught that there are necessary challenges and there are unnecessary challenges. And I know sometimes in our lives we create unnecessary challenges by having these repetitive patterns going on, by sending out messages to the world about ourselves and we have a lack of self-worth or self-confidence and low vibration and holding on to anger and low vibrational emotions. Then we send that message out and we attract horrible experiences because we're vibrating at that message or that level. So we're going to be talking about how to shift your vibration from that level to a higher vibration. So then when those trials come along, you don't focus on them, dwell on them, and therefore attract more of them. Instead, you're able to process, to feel those emotions and move forward rather than staying dwelling in them. So that's what you're going to learn from this course. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm really excited to be your teacher, and I invite you to make sure that you set aside time each week to do your modules and to do your homework. So I'd encourage you in the beginning of this course to set aside that time. It's going to be about an hour worth of time that you're going to need every week to watch the modules, and it might be a little more than that, an hour and a half, or an hour to an hour and a half. We'll see how it goes when I start filming these videos, but it's going to be about at least an hour that you'll want to spend watching the modules, watching the videos, and then you're going to need to do the homework, which is going to require some time every day from you, and you'll be able to set that time based on your speed of working through that, speed of production, I guess you could say, and also the amount of time that you have available to you, what you can actually dedicate to it. Do set aside the time though, because otherwise everything will just crash in and all of a sudden you won't have enough time for this life-changing course. You've purchased it, so you might as well get the full event or the full impact out of it by doing all of the things that I'm asking you to do, because they're all for a purpose. There's all these tools are to help you shift your energy, shift your perspective, raise your vibration, break your patterns in your mind that aren't working for you, and create the reality that you want to have. Create that awesome trip, that awesome book, that awesome business, that awesome relationship, whatever that goal or dream is. That's what this course is going to teach you, and you're going to need to do all of the modules and all of the content in order to get there. Okay, so I'm ready to dive right in and start filming module 1. And this is just the introduction of the amazing course that we're going to be having. And I invite you, if you are just doing the course and you've decided that you maybe want some mentoring and a little bit of accountability, please email me and I'm happy to upgrade you to that actual course, as long as I currently have space in my personal mentoring and I'm currently doing it. When we travel in the winter, I do not do personal mentoring. Sailing in the Caribbean, it's kind of tough to actually be on the internet to do personal mentoring. So with those exceptions, if you're just in the course and you want to have the mentoring, please reach out. I'm happy to help you. It's freespiritedfaith@gmail.com, or you can do ashley@freespiritedfaith.com, either one. Email me and let me know that you're interested in more help. Okay, let's dive in. Have a great session. Bye.